New details have emerged in the hearings against suspended IEBC Commissioner Irene Masit and 3 other former commissioners, jointly referred to as Cherera Four, following an accusation that they met high-profile Azimio operatives at Yaya Apartments in Kilimani between dates August 15th and 17th. Appearing before the Justice Agri Mchelule-led tribunal on Thursday, the accommodations manager at Yaya Apartments, Simon Miller, confirmed that the 4 commissioners were booked into the premise between their said dates and stayed in rooms 21, 23 and 27 together with their security detail. Citing records seen from the visitors' logs, Miller told the tribunal that Azimio's executive director Rafael Tuju visited room 21 accompanied by his security personnel. Our very own reader, Kerin Chebet, brings us more.
The Justice Agri Mchelule-led tribunal on Thursday heard from 2 independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission IEBC commissioners, its chief executive, as well as staffers from Serena Hotel.
It is the National Police Service who is supposed to provide the security at the National Talent Center.
New details emerged in the hearing against suspended IEBC Commissioner Irene Masit and 3 former commissioners, jointly referred to as Cherera Four, following an accusation that they met high-profile Azimio operatives at Yaya Apartments in Kilimani between dates August 15th and 17th.
There's a name mentioned by my colleague Salat. Is it there on page 27th? Page 27?
Yes, I'm looking at it.
On the 18th? Which day?
On the 18th of August.
What's the full name?
It's written Honorable Nick Salat.
Into which room?
21.
21?
Yes.
Do you know who Nick Salat is?
Politician, yeah.
You know he's a politician?
Yes.
Thank you. He then mentioned one other name to try and sensitize the matter, and I'd want you to confirm page 32 so that there's no sensitization. It's an accurate position. He talked of Honorable Oscar Sudi. Did he visit, does it show any of those 3 rooms or 3 apartments?
No.
It's not for any of those 3?
No.
Thank you.
Appearing before the Justice Agri Mchelule-led tribunal on Thursday, the accommodations manager at Yaya Apartments, Simon Miller, confirmed that the 4 commissioners were booked into the premise between the aforesaid dates and stayed in rooms 21, 23 and 27 together with their security detail.
When was it check-in and when did they check out?
Checked in on the 15th at night. Checked out afternoon of the 19th.
And who were these who checked in on that day and checked out on that day?
The 4 commissioners.
And out of the 4, was Commissioner Irene Masit one of them?
Yes, she was, from the information we have.
Did she spend those days within your facility?
Yes.
He added that on the day the commissioners checked in, they did not issue their personal documents to key in their accommodation details and also did not personally sign the logbooks.
When the booking was being done, who booked?
It's Mr. Edwin Ngonga.
Did the 4 commissioners agree to sign the booking or to sign the room they are specifically each going?
No, they did not. So the their security detail are the ones who signed.
For further proof, the tribunal analyzed CCTV footage presented before the committee where Commissioner Masit was seen entering a lift from the basement with the aid of the hotel's chief of security.
Did you also provide a video footage of your CCTV cameras?
Yes, since we couldn't get the records. For our records we need identification. Since we couldn't get identification, so we managed to capture managed to save the CCTV footage on the arrival date.
Why couldn't you get the records?
They were not willing to give the records, and their security said they will sort it out the next day.
All right. Now, Before I go to the next question, I want to play a part of the CCTV you provided. You identify whether it's what you have provided.
Mr. Miller went on to add that while the commissioners were staying in the hotel, prominent leaders allied to the Azimio la Umoja coalition paid them a visit. Citing records seen from the visitors' log, Miller told the tribunal that Azimio's executive director Raphael Tuju visited room 21 accompanied by his security personnel. He added that on August 18th, KANU Secretary General Nick Salat also visited room 21.
Samuel Onyango.
All right, and he visited number?
Room 21.
That is one of the ones with the commissioners, right?
Yes.
Right, page 15. I will go through, I'll just show 2 or 3, the rest I think we can read by ourselves. Page 15. On the 18th, you see on the 18th?
Yes.
There is George somebody. He visited who? Is George who?
George Mongare Kigoro.
He visited one of the rooms for the commissioners?
Yes, apartment 21.
Page 21. Page 21. There is a honorable. What is that?
It's written Honorable Tuju.
Honorable Tuju.
Yes.
Page 22. There's another honorable. Who is he?
It's written Honorable Raphael Tuju.
Do you know who Raphael Tuju is?
As a politician, yes.
You know him as a politician?
I know him as a politician.
He also visited the 4 commissioners?
As per the records, yes.
As per the record, he visited the 4 commissioners.
Yes.
The Agri-Muchelule-led tribunal also cross-examined IEBC CEO Marjan Hussein Marjan on his role during the presidential voting, tallying, verification and announcing of presidential results.
Why were you involved in tallying and verification of presidential elections?
Well, it is given. I'm the head of the secretariat. It is the secretariat who are doing that work. The results have already been announced at the polling sessions, and they've been transmitted. I was basically just...
Are you a commissioner, Marjan?
No.
Are you a commissioner?
I'm not a commissioner. I'm
So why were you involved in verification and tallying of presidential elections? What were you doing at National Tallying Center?
I was not involved in verification. There's a team that has been assigned that responsibility to do that work. They were working with the agents to verify the same.
You allocated duties. What was your duty at the National Tallying Center? You told us before. What?
Yes, as a co-chair on the results management at the National Tallying Center.
Are you a commissioner?
I'm not a commissioner.
Did you again read the judgment that you did not have any role, you should not have had any role in the process?
I did not have any role at all. In fact, if it is even an announcement, we would have seen basically the people who are announcing the results are basically the commissioners. And if you notice...
You heard the Supreme Court saying that you assign commissioners to roles like security, which is not the role, because of dealing with verification and tallying of elections.
I did not assign, they were assigned by the chairman. I was even assigned by the chairman. So the determination of who should basically be responsible for what is the responsibility of the chairman who actually did that. It's not me.
The CEO was put to task to explain the constitutional mandate and the distinction between the commission and the secretariat that he was heading.
So when the petition was filed in the National Assembly to remove the commissioner, were you part of it?
No.
Were you called to testify in the National Assembly, to be a witness?
No. I was not called. Nobody called me.
Do you want yourself to remove Commissioner Irene Masit from the commission?
Well, I'm not the one who is saying they should be removed. It's the petitioners, and based on the arguments they are placing on the table.
Yeah, but I'm saying you don't know the petitioners.
No, I mean
No, you don't know the petitioners. You don't know the petitioners.
I don't know them.
Yeah.
I don't know them, but to the extent that the 4 commissioners would go and say that the results declared by the commission.
Marjan, that is not your work, Marjan. Don't be excited, yeah?
I'm not excited.
Don't be excited. You're an employee, you're a secretary, just relax.
He also testified on the procurement of services, including law firms that represented IEBC at the Supreme Court.
Who instructed that law firm?
It is actually me, as the accounting officer.
And what was the nature of your instructions to the law firm in respect to the petition? To concede, to oppose, to challenge?
To defend our position as a commission, because we had already, there are petitioners actually saying that the results are not in accordance with the law. And according to us, the presidential results that we had, the chairman had declared, were actually done in accordance with the law. So we were defending our position. We were actually opposing what the petition.
On 21st December, the tribunal had that they worked in cahoots with Azimio leadership during the announcement of presidential results.
Immediately after the four commissioners at Serena made their statements, including Arian Masit, who was present, the party leader at KICC read his statement. So the coordination can also be observed.
Geoffrey Langat, who was the second witness to take the stand, told the Justice Agri Muchelule chaired tribunal the actions of the four commissioners, commonly known as Cherera Four, were intended to cause anarchy and division so that the country could burn down.
Sure, if I may answer that. If I mention the name of Arian Masit, followed by another one, followed by another one, her name is there.
You're asking whether there is any specific
I want him to confirm, Chairman,
yes,
that there is no one single paragraph that he has specifically mentioned that Irene as individually, separately.
That's not true. I mean, if he's making reference to the Serena presser and your client is present at that presser, why would you want to remove her from that presser? And that's what he's been emphasizing.
Zakaria Matayo and Steve Owor, who also filed petitions against the Cherera Four, asked the tribunal to find them guilty of gross misconduct and incompetence.
Let's say she has no right to issue a press statement at Serena.
She has no right at all. This is a state officer designated. If she will have made, for instance, if she will have made a press statement about buying cows at his farm, that is okay. He's a state officer and all it is interpretations. She will only have made a statement regarding elections at the
Matayo, who represented the Republican Party, gave the chronology of events that happened at Bomas, saying that the four commissioners were involved in the electoral process contrary to their claims. Award, on the other hand, argued that Masit's appointment was actually in violation of the Constitution. He said the court had already found that she was not eligible for appointment since 5 years had not lapsed from the time she contested for an MP seat in 2017, but did not revoke it to avoid interfering with the elections.
At the time of her appointment, the period of 5 years from the date she stood for the said election had not lapsed.
Are you aware whether this judgment has been set aside, varied, or reviewed?
The judgment has neither been set aside, varied, reviewed, or appealed against.
All right.
For Maisha Prime, Maisha Television, I'm Rita Chebet Kering.